Good morning. Do we have Robert Easter on the line?
Yes, you do. Good morning.
Morning, E.
Good
Bunny.
morning.
Good. Good morning.
Well, Robert, we've been trying to talk to you for a long time. We enjoy you. We enjoy your social media.
Yeah.
And before we get into talking about the fight and all that, I know you like to sing and dance on your social media. So I got to ask you, who's the best dancer between you, AB, and Rashee Warren? Because right now my money's on you, but who's the best dancer in the crew?
I teach both of them to dance moves, man. They get all their dance moves from me. If they tell you otherwise, they lying.
I know you like to croon it out too. Do you think you have a secret desire? If you weren't a boxer, do you think you'd be an R&B singer? Because I was ready to put you in the New Edition movie.
I think that's what I'll be shooting for. Going for the R&B entertainment.
Robert, you have so much personality and so much charisma. Are we going to have an opportunity to see a little bit more of this side of you outside the ring? Because you really are a fun guy and you bring a lot of light and happiness in addition to the skill that you display in the ring. So will we get a chance to see a little bit of that, more of you over the coming years?
Yes, I talked to several networks. We're trying to get some, put together, and we're going to do something like that because they also noticed that side of me too. So, yeah, I talked to a couple people. We're going to try to get something together.
Like a reality show or something?
Reality shows, commercials, just little sitcoms like that, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, before we get into the fight and the scorecards and everything else, we do know that recently you had a baby, right? You had a son.
Yes.
Has he peed on you yet? Has he got you?
He peed on himself. Peed on himself. The first time we ever changed him, he accidentally peed on himself. So I kind of dodged the bullet right there.
Oh man! All right. Well, look, you had a really, really tough fight Friday night.
Yeah.
Me and Jay both think you pulled it off. I enjoyed it. I was actually raving about you on my Twitter, and then I was kind of shocked because so many people were upset with those two scorecards. They thought it was too wide. They started using the word robbery.
Yeah. People, they was more upset at the scores. That's what caused them to say, "Oh, they cheated." But I won the fight. It was tough. It was close. But they was more upset at the scores. That's what got them to saying, "Oh, they cheating for him. They robbed him." It was no robbery. I clearly beat him. But it looked closer than what it was.
Did it make it bittersweet for you? Like you should have been celebrating and happy, and then you go and you see all these people sitting on the fight and on the judges. And was it bittersweet for you?
Oh no. That W is on my record. That W is on my record. We still got the win, and we pulled it off. After 8 weeks of training, a tough 12 rounds. I celebrated. That's what I pay attention to what people say a little bit, but at the same time, they not in the ring with me. They're not throwing the punches or taking the punches from me. So you can't really let that phase you.
Did you celebrate with AB? What'd y'all do?
Yeah, anytime we AB together, it's always a celebration. He gave me some good words of encouragement. And then he got his fight coming up as well. So he sat back and kicked it with me, and then he left back off the training camp.
Yeah, I read somewhere, I think it was on Boxing Scene, that you gave your performance a B-, and I think you knew what this guy was about. He was going to come forward. He was going to be aggressive. You went toe-to-toe. What did he do anything in that fight that you did not expect that made it harder?
No, he actually came he actually fought just like I imagined him to. He was going to make the fight ugly, and he was going to try to smear my punches and get close, and hit behind the head, which he did plenty of times, and the ref did not say anything, but he definitely fought just like I thought he would.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough competitive fight. It was a fight that people really wanted to see you in. Is it gratifying after all these people called this opponent out for you to go in there and get the decisive win?
Yeah, it was a mandatory. People, a lot of people didn't know Shafikov. They didn't even know how he got here. They just thought somebody picked him and we fought. He was actually mandatory. He beat Richard Comey in a close decision, and he beat one of my fellow teammates, Jamel Herring. So he earned the spot to fight me. And he had a good background as well. He fought Ramses twice for the title, and two close fights as well. So Shafikov he got a good resume on him.
Yes, he definitely does. When AB was out here recently for his press conference for his fight with Mikey Garcia, to give him a little break from the same questions, I asked him about you. And every time I mentioned your name, he got really excited and it completely just lit up his face, and he just adores you to death. What is, we all see the stories in the media, but we don't have the opportunity to spend time with him and know him intimately. We're just kind of on the outside looking in. What's something about Adrien Broner that you wish more people knew about him that we normally don't get to see?
Man, that he's a caring guy, man. He's a caring guy, and whoever is around him, he wants to take care of. And no matter if he just met you 5 minutes ago, he'll try to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Me and AD, we actually met when we was younger in the JOs. I was a kid coming from Toledo. That's 3 hours away from Cincinnati, and I was beating up everybody in Toledo. So I remember a guy saying, like, "Oh, you going to the JOs this weekend?" I'm like, yeah. In Cincinnati, he was like, "What weight you fight?" I'm like, "I'm fighting 75. I was 10 years old. He was like, "Oh, man, you might have to fight one of the twins." I'm like, "Man, I don't care about the twins, man. I'm E-Bunny." You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. So I went up there, and I seen these bad kids. They had nappy braids, and we was in the line. Me and my friend, we went up there. We was in the line to weigh in. And him and his twin brother came in eating chicken, and he in everybody's faces. He took my friend's glasses. Off his face. I was like, "You're not getting these back." And he cut it in line, and weighed in. And I'm like, "Man, he ain't gonna do that to me." You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. Later on, I seen him fight, and I'm just like, and everybody was screaming, like, "Uh-oh!" They was chanting for me, "Uh-oh!" I'm like, and he got in there, and he was just so aggressive, and he was ahead of his time and stopping kids. And I'm like, "Man, who is this? That must who they were talking about." You know what I'm saying? And I got in there, and I stopped my opponent, and he came and he was like, "Man, you can fight." And I'm like, "Shit, you can fight too." And then ever since then, we just was tight. You know what I'm saying? I was little bro, and he was big bro. Ever since then, you know what I'm saying? That's what we clicked. Then we finally met back up later on down the line when I was training for I was trying to get on the Olympic team, and he told me, like, I wanted to turn pro though. I couldn't stand the amateur around this time. I'm like, so I messaged him like, "Man, big bro, let me come down there and train with you, man. I've been wanting to come train with y'all for years." And he was like, "You know what? You could train with me for this fight." He was fighting. He was about to fight what's the guy? I forgot. Was it Ponce de Leon, I believe?
Ponce de Leon, yeah.
Yeah, he was training for that fight. And I was like, yeah, let me train you. He was like, "Cool, you come down." So every shit when I came down, and we just felt that chemistry, you know what I'm saying, making each other laugh and just enjoying each other's time. He was like, "Man, you know what? I'm gonna keep you with me every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna learn this boxing stuff together." And and that was my first opportunity, and I didn't look back.
And we know you don't want to talk about how was training camp. We don't even want to talk about that, But
yeah.
I will say that me and Jay, we really, really do like following you. We screenshot some of your stuff sometimes and send it to each other. And, like, when we're watching your IG stories, we're texting each other like, yo, go look at E-Bunny. Like, we're cracking up. So, thank you for giving us good laughs and all because, it feels good. So keep being you, and we look forward to seeing you before the end of the year back in the ring.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Take care.